I'm here with Chief Ray Krukowski of the Burbank Fire Department. And Chief, Fire Service Day is an amazing event. How does it feel to you?
You know what? It's been a real success this year. We've had probably one of our largest turnouts we've ever had. The people are having a good time. You know, Fire Service Day is really about educating the public, and that's our goal, and that's what's been happening all day today. The people are learning what fire, not just what our fire response is like and the services that we provide, but also some fire prevention, some burn prevention, so that they're safer in their home and they don't have to make that 911 call. So overall, it's just been a great success today. I've been to many of these, and it seems like this year, especially now that you're chief, has been a lot more smiles, a lot more fun, big on family, and a lot of services. You know, I think the guys are having fun. The guys are really enjoying it. They're enjoying the people that are out here having a good time. There's just there's a real, we're trying to help people out kind of attitude that's going on here. I haven't seen anybody that hasn't been willing to chip in. It's just been a real success today. I was asking one of the guys this morning, is it bad duty that you have to wash the fire trucks, or does everybody pitch in? No, everybody, even me once in a while. That's what he was saying. I think it's for the camaraderie you guys have are great. I've been here for over half a century. I wouldn't trade it for the world. There you go. Chief, thanks so much. You're welcome, and look forward to seeing everybody here next year as well. Thanks, Chief. All right. I'm here with Captain Ron Barone of Burbank Fire Department, and thank you, Captain, for being interviewed. A lot of the public have asked me, what exactly is hazmat, and what are your duties?
Well, we're very fortunate here in Burbank to have our own hazmat team, which is a team of 8 members, highly trained and specialized. And in a nutshell, what we're able to do is if there's any kind of a chemical problem, any kind of an unknown problem, unknown leak of some sort, in today's day and age, if there's any kind of an anthrax scare or anything like that, we have the tools and equipment to where we can analyze what the problem is, what the product is, and then once we know what it is, we can better determine how to keep the citizens safe.
Thing that the public should know, or any responsibilities they have to let you know about any hazardous materials? Well,
as we saw in New York just a couple of weeks ago, it's real important for everybody to remain aware of their surroundings, and if you see something that just doesn't look right, whatever it may be, you should get on the phone and dial 911 and let us come check it out and be safe rather than sorry.
A lot of household chemicals, you have kind of like a dual response, good things and also bad things. What should people be aware of if they have children or what have you for chemicals as far as toxicities?
Well, you always want to keep those kinds of things out of reach of children. They all have safety lids on them, but you want to make sure that those safety lids are functioning properly. And store your chemicals in a wise place. You don't want to have stuff where people can get at it, where it'll get too hot or too cold or anything like that.
And lastly, is there anything that's been happening in Burbank where you guys have been very busy?
Well, we're always very busy in Burbank. We haven't had any hazmat responses as of late, but it's also important to know that we go help out cities nearby. We help Glendale, Pasadena, and some of the smaller San Gabriel Valley cities. So if they have any kind of a hazmat problem, we're available to help them as well.
That's great. Thank you, Captain, very much.
My pleasure.
Take care now.
All right.
I'm here with Gil Maldonado, a Burbank resident. Gil, what does the Fire Service Day mean to you?
Fun. It means dragging my kids around collecting balloons and hats and keychains and flashlights and
how do you feel about the services here in Burbank, fire and police? How does that feel?
They're excellent. I always feel very secure with Burbank.
How long have you been here?
15 years.
Oh, excellent.
Maybe 20 now.
Great. As a person who's been here over half a century, I can say it's one of the best cities I've ever lived in.
Yeah, I would agree.
And
Definitely.
you have kids, you said?
Yes, I have 2 kids. Born and raised, Burbank.
Now, is anybody that you know part of the fire department?
No, I don't know anyone in the fire department.
You just came out for the day to have a good time? Good food?
Yeah, food and fun.
That's great, Gil. What do you do here in Burbank?
I watch these 2 little buggers.
That's more than enough.
It's a full-time job. Thank goodness for all the parks.
It is. Thanks so much, Gil.
All right, thank you.
I'm here today with Chief Scott LaChasse over at the Burbank Fire Service Day. Chief, I got to ask you, this is an amazing turnout. What does the day feel like to you?
It's a great day. We're here to honor our law enforcement and fire brothers, and it's a great time for the community not only to engage in activities, but to see what their tax dollars are going for, and also with all the arrangements that have gone into the various displays here, it's a great learning opportunity, not only for the citizens, but particularly for the kids.
What I'm noticing is this year seems to be an amazing turnout. Is that because you're the new chief now?
I would like to say that, but I think it's we've got a great police department, a great fire department, and people are really anxious to come out and shake hands with people and also see the displays.
You know, I've talked to a lot of people today, and Burbank has one of the best response teams and times in the States. What is the response time of the police to get to a certain house, burglary or what have you?
From the time a call is received at by our communications operators until the time a unit arrives for an emergency call, it's just over 3 minutes, which is a remarkable time. When you compare us to agencies of comparable size and to larger agencies, we're right at the head of the list.
That's amazing. And tell me a little bit about some of the things going on here and the equipment. It's amazing here.
Well, one of the big things we want to accentuate today that this is Law Enforcement Month, and we also are honoring fallen officers. Matt Pavelka was the last officer to be killed here in Burbank. That was in November of 2003, a very tragic incident. But what we talked about today was the events that are held throughout the state during the month of May. We just concluded ceremonies in Sacramento this week where California law enforcement officers were honored at the state capitol. And this coming week in Washington, D.C., slain officers from throughout the United States are going to be honored. The President is always there, and it's a very solemn occasion.
That's really amazing. And one thing I've talked to people today about fire, police, etc., they feel safe. They feel safe, protected, response time, and it has a lot to do from you all the way down.
Well, really, we've got a very supportive city government here. They're very much supportive of police, fire, public safety activities, and that has helped us procure the numbers of people that we need to make things happen, as well as to equip us with the best and latest in technology.
Just a quick question, Chief. Yesterday, I was walking around, I saw a lot of dogs sniffing, bloodhounds, all of it. What was that all about?
We had an individual that found an explosive device and brought it to the police station. Thank God it was kept in the car, not brought inside the physical location. But because of the nature of it, it was actually a piece of ordnance from World War II. An individual brought it back from Manila in 1945. So we had to call the sheriff's explosives detail to come out and render it safe.
It's amazing. And like I said, everybody was talking about it. You guys are on top of it. Chief, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm here with Mounted Unit Officer Kerry Schilf and, of course, Tex. Can you tell me about the Burbank Mounted Police Unit?
Yes, we started this back up around in 1995. We initially started with about 10 horses, and through the years we've kind of diminished with horses retiring and officers retiring. We were mainly used back in the day to patrol the old river bottom, which is the LA Wash down here, for the hobo or indigent camps that were caused problems because obviously you couldn't walk that on foot, and we didn't have motorcycles or ATVs back then. So we reinstituted the position in 1995, and now we do a variety of events. We do a lot of civic events like you see here. We also take our horses to the 15 elementary schools and teach the first and second graders regarding safety and danger and stranger, stuff like that. We also work up in the foothills if we need to do search and rescue. So we're trained to do that, and this horse actually is also trained for riot suppression. If there is ever a riot in the neighboring communities, obviously in Burbank we're a pretty safe town. We don't really see that here too often, but they are trained for that.
Did you use Tex, or have you been involved with, remember a few years ago with the Burbank fires up at the Harvard area?
Yes, we were assigned, actually I'm a full-time motor officer, so I was assigned for traffic control on that, so obviously we didn't have the horse at that time, but that would have been a great experience, a great training opportunity for the horse if we were able to do that.
Well, I want to thank you and Tex for Fire Service Day here in Burbank, California.
Thank you.
Tex? Yeah. I agree. How are you today?
How are you?
Good, Tex.
How you doing, Texas?
Where's the missus?